Hello everyone, and today I want to talk about how to get paying clients as a creator in 2021. I'm going to go through 5 tips of what I did in the year 2020 to get my first paying clients. Let's talk about that.
And the first tip I have is practice. I'm just trying to switch up the scenery here and it's flipping echoey in here. Right now, I'm in the top portion of the store that no one's in quite yet, and there's nothing in here except this chair. 2 chairs. So, we'll make this quick. I am a welder by trade, and early in the year, last year in 2020, I was laid off for 6 months. So my knowledge in filmmaking was very, very little, just watching tutorials on YouTube. But as soon as I got the call from my supervisor saying, hey, we're not gonna come back until further notice, best of luck. As soon as I got off the phone call with my supervisor, I immediately logged on to Full-Time Filmmaker and I paid for that course. So you have to find credible resources to learn your craft, put in the hours, put in the repetition, make the screw ups, make terrible videos, and they say you have to put a total of 10,000 hours in to become an expert at a certain topic. So guys, you have to put in the time. You gotta put in those hours. You gotta make those crappy videos. And I highly recommend you find a reputable course to learn from. Like I said, I chose Full-Time Filmmaker, and that was a huge part of my learning, and I can't thank those guys enough. Go on YouTube University. There are so many creators out there that you can learn from. Just type in on YouTube, how to XYZ in filmmaking, and you will find an insane amount of tutorials. So there's tip 1.
And my second tip is finding gaps in your market. Here in Woodstock, Ontario, I noticed that not a lot of people were doing that fancy B-roll transition stuff that you see from the guys in Toronto, and a lot of people weren't flying drones. So last year in April, Dave and I got our basic drone licenses, and we started flying. Well, I started flying. He's flown twice in a year and a half, and I practice every single day, and I've crashed so many times. We had the Mavic Pro, and I crashed that 4 times in 2 weeks. Then like the following week, I completely wrote it off. Like I crashed in a baseball diamond, and that wasn't a good time. So like I said, find those gaps in your market, find what businesses are needing, or even trying to find things that they don't know that they need. So I was watching a lot of Daniel Sheffer videos on his fancy transitions and his cool B-roll bottle flips and all that jazz. And I started like thinking, why not try that in like a barber video? So then I did that for Rosso, and I thought, like, why not try a coffee one? And when people started seeing that, they're like, oh my gosh, we actually have this kind of style in Woodstock. Businesses actually reached out to me to do those kinds of videos for them. And I would travel with Tracy with the time off that we had, and I would take a bunch of cool drone videos of us running through a forest, or really cool videos of waterfalls and lakes and all that fun stuff, and chasing friends on Sea-Doos. And businesses saw that and they're like, wow, we need drone footage of our Sprinter vans. And businesses would see that and say like, oh wow, I wonder what my product would look like from 100 feet in the air. So tip number 2, find gaps in your market. Now I gotta find a location for the 3rd tip. So what tip number 3 is, get feedback from other people. Join Facebook groups of other videographers and creators in your specific field and upload your work and get a yay or nay from them. Like, take that feedback as positive criticism and work on your craft. If people don't like it, find out why they don't like it. What can you be doing differently? I know when I first uploaded my first couple pieces of work on like the Full-Time Filmmaker Facebook group, I got a whole bunch of comments saying like, hey, I would do this differently, that doesn't look good, change that, change this. It hurt, it sucked. And I don't like feeling like that. By taking all those little pieces of information from those people, apply it to your work and work out the kinks, and eventually you'll find a style that you're proud of and work that people will like and eventually pay you for. So that's tip number 3. Welcome to the studio. Turn these bad boys back on. All right, back. Tip number 4, shoot for free. I know you've probably heard that so many times, shoot for free, but honestly, it's the truth. You need testimonials. You need stuff on your reels, you need testimonials, and you need people to say nice things about you. That's the gist of it. Last year, I did probably about 15 free videos. Even to this day, if I haven't shot a specific style of video, I'll do it for free. So last year, I never shot a gym fitness video, so I shot that for free. I never did an engagement video, I shot that for free. I never did a promo video for a Sprinter motocross van. Did that for free. Never shot videos of cupcakes, did that for free. But after you nail all those specific topics, you can start charging what you're worth. And figuring out what you're worth is totally another video that I don't even know if I have the credentials to make yet. So tip number 4 is shooting for free. Get the testimonials, get the footage on your reels, and throughout the likes, shares, and all the nice things that are hopefully said about you, people will DM you on how much do you charge. So shoot for free for the time being until your work gets to a certain level that people want to actually start paying you for it. But eventually, as your skills progress, the more jobs will come and other people will want to work with you. And last tip number 5 is don't be afraid to upload your work. I'm very hypocritical about that because I was terrified to upload any of my work. It was garbage. It was shot on my iPhone on a little gimbal, and the music I found was from YouTube Audio Library. I didn't know how to color correct, I didn't know how to edit properly. I was using Apple Clips. I didn't want to upload any of that. But in the beginning, worry about quantity over quality, because it's really awesome to see is that when your beginning followers see your garbage work, but if you keep working on that over time and your videos start getting a lot better, people are going to remember how crappy your videos were and where you started to where you are now. They're going to wonder how you did it, and they're going to know that you are hardworking, you are reputable, and you're willing to put in the time. Progress over perfection, and done is better than perfect. And I dare you to go to your favorite creators' YouTube channels and go on filters and click oldest videos and seeing where they started. We all start somewhere, and as crappy as you might think you are right now, if you put in the time, you put in that work, you shoot for free, you find the gaps and follow all these tips, you will get to a point where people will start paying you for videos. I really hope that these tips have helped you guys. Like, subscribe, and do all the things, and do the best you can. Thanks for watching. Take care.